Hey guys, what's going on? It's Block Bull right back now, bringing you the latest episodes to the channel. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at XCM because a lot of people is getting impatient. But I'll tell you what, guys, for those that have been holding the bag, your bags are about to be filled with cheddar cheese. Money, 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 which is what it's all about. Again, nothing on this channel is financial advice. It's all educational and for entertainment purposes only, guys. So just take it with a pinch of salt. I'm just giving you my perspective on where I see the markets going. Okay, so across the board, we're lit up in green, which is exactly what we want to see over in the crypto. So where's XCN there? XCN's hiding there 1.3%, but it did a nice little run up this morning, and we can see that because obviously the watch list it's a little bit different over here actually, because let's have a look. It's actually down approximately 3.8%, but that only tells you half of the story. So never look at price sort of on its own in isolation. You want to take a look at the charts. I never look at the prices. Yeah, you might as well collapse that. Stop refreshing your portfolio and checking how much you've made and what's going on, because it's just flicking lights. Yeah, it's all just green and red lights, fear and greed and all that. But before we dive into it, before we go and take a look at the XN charts now and highlight and analyze these charts over in the Onyx coin, first and foremost, big shout out to the Block Bulls over in the Discord as well. We're up over 40 members, so we've literally only been going now just shy of 2 weeks since the migration now, so over 40 members already, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So big shout out to you guys over there. We will be scrapping the 7-day free trial as well, so I just want to highlight that to you guys. So that'll be going. So if you're watching this video, make sure to click on the link down below in the description, or you can go to my pinned tweet over in the X here. So that's whop.com/the Block Bulls. And that will take you through to checkout page. Free subscription, like I say, for 7 days. If it's not for you, just contact me directly and I shall sort your accounts out. Okay, without further ado, let's dive into the XCN chart. So this is looking brilliant, guys. I'm telling you now, people that have been holding the bag and have been patient, give yourself a big pat on the back, because you're about to have your bags filled with cheddar cheese. You know what I mean? You can almost smell it. So here we are. We've got the falling, descending wedge here. A big, slow bleed. And again, people held strong, myself included. Plenty of other cryptos as well. People that subscribe to the channel, they witness all that. That was painful. Imagine covering. It's hard coming on and doing YouTube videos, especially when your morale's like literally flat, because you know what? XM was down in particular around 80 to 85%. So nobody wants to come on and provide energy and that morale boost to pick everybody up. And that's what it's all about, this channel, yeah. Even when we're down in the dumps, and even in the Discord, if we're ever down, which is inevitable because nobody's going to be right 100% of the time, you need morale in a team. And that's why it's so important to get yourself amongst a group of sort of elite-minded individuals that are here to stay, which are stoic and are going to pull you through to the tough times. But that's 90% of trading and investing. It's all psychology. This is only 10% of what you see over on the charts. This is the easy part, because we can all draw lines, we can all apply MACD indicators, we can all apply RSIs, we can all apply, Fibonacci levels, etc., etc. That's only 10%. That's only surface level. Yeah, this is all entertainment and educational purposes. But we've got the falling wedge here. It's debatable that this is potentially a sort of bull flag, if you will. And if this is a second bull flag playing out here with these blue trend lines, a bull flag on a bull flag, you're looking at sort of 75-80% chance of and a probability of it breaking to the upside. So the probabilities are in our favour now, and this is exactly what's happened this weekend. Now, I am only on the 3-hour chart right here, so this has been going on here. Follow my cursor down the screen here. This sort of peaked out around Friday the 11th of April. Okay, so what's that? About 5 weeks ago. So this is a 5-week consolidation phase. It's been a little bit boring, It's been a little bit boring, and this is where people. It's probably easier to shake people out of the markets through boredom and frustration than it is from a big dip. Big dip at, say, for example, like 30, 40, 50%. People are like, oh my god, the shots. And then you've slept. I don't know about you. If you ever got any issues in life, probably we all face problems in life, don't we? I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole anyway. But what I'm saying is, usually when you sleep on something, You wake up the next day and everything's fine, yeah. We can take 30-40% drawdowns, yeah. You get over things, but when it's drawn out and it's just like, when is this going to end? You know, I've had enough. And then what's happening in the other direction is, again, what we tend to do is compare ourselves to other people and other people's situations instead of just waiting our turn. And this is the sort of naivety and the experience that you gain from being in the markets long term, is you learn to wait your turn. Now, for example, like XYN, according to this column down here, we're down 3 to 4%, yeah, over the past 24 hours. And then you're thinking, oh, why have I not picked up any Melania? Why have I not picked up any Casper? Why have I not picked up any Gala? Yeah, because they're moving. But what you're not seeing is, when we do come onto these charts, is we are looking mega bullish. Like I said, we've got this 5-week bull flag playing out now. So this is absolutely pivotal. This, in my view, is going to explode now. Like I say, we're going to see a strong weekly close, and we can come over to the weekly candles right here. Now, if I show you guys where I wanted to close above, we are way past the closure. And this is the area of sort of significance for me. So ideally, all I wanted XYN to be doing is closing above this sort of white trend line. Okay, and that marks out the sort of two areas of sort of interest. So you've got like the bull market up here, and then you've got like the bear market down below. Yeah, so we've actually come out of the bear market in that sort of 2-week period. We've come back down, and at this point, we're hesitating whether or not we're going to run into a bull market now. And in my view, we've had plenty of weeks. We've had 4 or 5 weeks in this bull flag of consolidation above this area of interest for me. So in my view, this is going to break sooner or later. Like I say, guys, these are weekly candles, so it can happen any week. But at this moment in time, we are literally tackling the top of resistance. So let's just come down into the 4-hour there so you can see it more clearly. Yeah, we are playing out in this sort of section here. So again, markets can move in two directions. I'm always going to give you the probabilities. The probabilities are we're going to break to the upside. So for me, there's a 75 to 80% chance now we are going to break to the upside. But that doesn't mean we can't come down. So what I'd like to do is basically plot these sort of trading references here. So this red is obviously where you sort of plant your stop loss. That's if you're trading. So this is all down to risk to reward now. And what I'm going to do is scroll out for you guys just to see where the next sort of target would be. Now, the obvious sort of target for me would be at this sort of previous high. So this is a post-US election highs up here, where it wicked up here, which is just shy of 5 cents, I believe. But for me personally, and the Discord members, we will be trading. Along these fib levels. Okay, so something along these lines. And this is what's happening here. We're going to have to start penetrating this 618 level now. So this is where we're currently lie under here. So for me, if we actually manage to penetrate that, the first sort of area of resistance would be the 786. So that would be the 0.62 level. So just over 6 cents. We may run into a little bit of speed bump, but I do believe this next leg is going to be huge, because on the contrary, this is a sort of two patterns forming one macro. Okay, I'm going to show you guys in a minute exactly what I mean. But ultimately, XN is going to be looking at sort of challenging all-time highs around sort of 18 cents, guys. 18 cents is probably going to come up faster than people can ever imagine. Okay, and the reason being, let's just mark this out now. I'm going to mark out the 18 cent all-time high. Clear the chart up again for you guys for illustration purposes so you guys can see it clearly. And then what I can do is drag out this sort of risk to reward ratio up here. So let's scroll in so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. And this is what we're dealing with. If we're ever trading or ever investing in the markets, we always want a positive risk to reward. So you can see here when I click on it, the risk to reward element is 36. So that is absolutely phenomenal. So you're basically risking this amount of capital down here in the red. So that's what you can stand to lose. And the green is what you can stand to gain. And in my view, this is a sort of short to medium term. Okay, so I would imagine within the next sort of 6 to 8 weeks, we can get up to 18 cents. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, honestly. As soon as this breaks out now, this this blue bull flag, I do believe will start running up. Like I say, we might have a couple of days where we stall out, or a little bit of sort of interference here with this sort of 5 cent area. But as soon as that takes out, we're straight up to 18 cent, guys, which is absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just going to measure you guys exactly what we stand to gain from this current price action. So look at this. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. This is 850% if we round it up, okay? 850% return. That is a 9.5x multiplier on your capital, guys. So if you can't get excited about that and you can't hold your empty cheddar bags right now, believe me, if you stick with it, those bags are going to be full of cheddar and everyone's going to be able to smell it down the street. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of jealous cats along these roads eventually. Do you know what I mean? Because you can all get a whiff of the fucking cheddar down the street because your bags are going to be absolutely filled in. That's all I'm saying, guys. But yeah, if you love the energy, you want a morale boost, you want the trade setups, you want the crypto metrics, etc., 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 then make sure to check out that link down below, as I mentioned. I will pin the link as well. So like I say, what.com/the block bulls. That will get you into the Discord, Crypto AI, and you get to speak to us. You get to speak to other members in the Discord that are all successful, guys. We're all after the same outcome, which is generational wealth, guys. And if you've not, make sure to like, share, comment. Make sure to subscribe on the channel, and I shall see you during the week, guys. I've been the Block Bull. Until next time, the Block Bull is over and out.